Hello, this is Tim from Echo, and today we're going to be talking about the AI implementation journey. Stage one starts with awareness and exploration. And while some of the early statistics show that many companies are still exploring AI, this is a very rapidly changing field and things are moving fast. What is the goal of stage one? It's really to understand AI and to identify opportunities. This is where AI is not driving business value, but it is shaping urgency. However, it's very important to remember that urgency is not strategy. The characteristics of stage one include a little to no AI experience, which typically leads to curiosity but also to caution. Stage one is characterized by information gathering, both from external sources but also from internal exploration as well. Some of the typical tools that are used here in stage one are no-code tools like ChatGPT or off-the-shelf automation apps. And things to consider at stage one. One, there's always going to be skepticism and fear, and this is typically resulting from lack of internal expertise. But it's important to understand that treating AI as just another technology can really lead to fragmented adoption later. As organizations move from stage one to stage two, this is where we see investments in AI. So stage two, characterized by experimentations and prototyping, it shows that only a small percentage of initiatives, AI or other technology initiatives, actually make it past the proof of concept stage and into production. This is normal for any technology, not just AI. And the goal of stage two is really to test AI on limited use cases. And this is really where the organizations begin to invest in capabilities, which also means that outcomes are uncertain yet. There's many pilots and proofs of concept. There's use of cloud services, and there's collection of data and model training. The tools and technologies are more advanced, so things like AutoML platforms or pre-trained models. And it's really important to think about the ROI here. We will actually create a specific article that talks about the ROI of AI implementation, and please follow Echo to see more on that topic. But in this stage two, because there's a lack of clarity around the ROI, there's scrutinized budgets and limited resource allocation. And it's important to know that success or failure at this early stage can also affect trust in the long-term initiatives. Finally, it's very important to understand that if there's a misalignment between business goals and these AI experiments, this can actually result in wasted effort. So as we move on to stage three, this is where AI moves from potential to performance. In this integration stage, it's where companies really see the impact and the returns of AI investments, whether that's on revenue or on cost savings. This is where AI becomes integrated into core business processes, not just the non-critical workflows. And the implications here is that AI moves from potential to performance, and it becomes part of the core. These successful pilots now can actually finally evolve into production systems, and AI gets embedded not just in workflows but also in governance. We'll be spending a lot of time talking about governance in the rest of this video, and also as part of the Echo view of the importance of ethics in the adoption of AI. As well as it's so important to understand that this is where we are starting to get into cross-functional teams. So not just silos like we see in stages 1 and 2, but now AI becomes cross-functional. Obviously, this comes with evolving technology, so model monitoring tools, workflow orchestration, and some of the dashboards for AI insights are typically adopted in this stage. It still continues to be challenging, and one of the things that's very important to us at Echo is change management. So how can we help guide organizations through transformation, through human-centric transformation in this age of AI? Because remember, if AI is poorly governed at this stage, it can introduce not just operational but also reputational risks. And that's why it's important to include the right types of guardrails into the AI models. As we move on to stage 4, AI becomes a competitive differentiator, and that's why stage 4 is the strategic transformation stage. What characterizes high performers? It's the fact that they're more likely to align their AI strategy with business strategies. So here we're talking about strategic alignment. And now AI is driving measurable business outcomes. So there's no doubts about the ROI. AI drives the ROI. It shifts from being a technical tool to being a competitive differentiator. Everyone talks about companies that don't adopt AI. Are they going to survive? This is the stage at which it's no question anymore. It is a competitive differentiator. Some of the characteristics here. Now AI becomes embedded in KPIs. It gets embedded into strategy. It gets embedded into decisions. And there are AI initiatives across departments, as well as dedicated teams or centers of excellence. And we're talking about continuous optimization. The differentiating tools and technologies here is that they're custom built, they're internally developed. And now that comes with a higher cost of innovation. It's harder to retain talent because they've gained more marketable skills. Data becomes critical to success, and so does the privacy and compliance issues. It's really at this stage that companies are not just walking the beaten path of AI, they're actually shaping their industry. And now they have to be very careful and they have to scale responsibly. Again, one of the themes at Echo is how do you scale responsibly? How do you grow responsibly? So we will be talking about this in future articles and videos as well. And now we're ready to talk about the business embedded AI and the AI first organization in stage 5. Although only a few organizations qualify themselves as AI mature, the successful and the surviving ones in the future will make sure that AI drives their core strategy, innovation, and operations. AI needs to be foundational and not optional. AI needs to be embedded. It needs to be embedded in how the business thinks, how it acts, and how it competes. It needs to be embedded in products and services, as well as in culture. Culture is the driver of long-term success of a business, so it's really important to understand how AI can be adopted into your culture. AI needs to be real-time, it needs to be adaptive, there's experimentation, and ethics are very important. Ethics of AI need to be ingrained because it's up to leaders to be ethical to succeed in the long term. And now we're talking about proprietary AI systems, proprietary models, federated learning, so cutting edge. And cutting edge comes with certain challenges. And those challenges that we want to highlight at Echo as some of the core values for us include ethics, sustainability, and governance. Successful organizations, successful leaders need these ingredients to be successful for the long term. Remember also that AI lifecycle is very complex because it goes through many technological shifts and it will continue doing that in the future. Our parting thoughts for this video revolve around continuous learning because remember how some of the initial models were built. They are actually learning models. So AI at the very core of itself is learning, and that's what successful companies need to be.